Yeah. So I today somehow I started to change myself according to the needs of demands and needs. So I thought maybe I'll prepare the document beforehand, which is not my usual way. I have to really literally push myself to do that, but I did that, and this is there. That's what I'm sharing in front of you. So it's this is the song that we'll be taking up today. Matkar Maya ko ahankar. So this will be taken up today, and then we'll have a few dohas which are on these documents. Just let me arrange this here. Okay. So let me begin then with a couplet and a bhajan, and then we will just keep sharing whatever you have got today. After the bhajan, we can just share reflections or anything else if you have got today, any couplet or anything. Okay. And after the bhajan, I'll be also going through, or I can go through actually before the bhajan a little bit. So फूला फाल्या क्या फिरे, क्या बतलावत अंग, एक दिन फना हो जाएगा जैसे कीट पतंग. So it is a reference to that why are you so arrogant about what all you have, the material assets, whether it is the body, even the mind, because the mind comes with the body, the property, the people who are there in your life and all that. So why are you so full of pride with respect to that? Foola falya kya fire, क्या बतलावत अंग, एक दिन फना हो जाएगा जैसे कीट पतंग. So this bodily form that you so are proud about, this will just you'll be getting rid of it so soon, just like a moth goes to the flame and it's gone, it's just disappears. जो उगे वो आथ में, फूले सो कुमलाए, जो चूने वो डही पड़े, जन्मे सो मरी जाए. So anything that is born has to die. Anything that is appearing will disappear. जो उगे वो आथमे, जो भी उगता है वो थम जाता है, जो फूलता है वो कुमला भी जाता है. So again, referring to the ephemeral nature of life, fleeting existence of life. जो चूने सो डही पड़े, anything that rises up to peak. We talk about our successes and all the things that we have achieved. जो चूने सो डही पड़े, जन्मे सो मरी जाए. So Kabir is not saying that you are the one who has this, you are the one who is fleeting. He's actually hinting us towards the one in us which is never fleeting. What is present in me which will never come and has never, can never go, which has never come and which will never go away. Stay with that, the essence of the being. जन्मे सो मर जाए. जन्म किसका होता है? जन्म बॉडी का होता है, तो बॉडी ने तो जाना ही जाना है. और अगर हम बॉडी को ही मानते रहेंगे कि मैं आई एम द बॉडी एंड पूरी जिंदगी भर अब बॉडी का ही रख रखाव, रोटी कपड़ा मकान, all the life spent in that. So that's what Kabir hints us towards again and again through many lines yet again. So this is a bhajan from I think Rajasthan, or let me see. Yes, from Malwa, Madhya Pradesh, Malwa. This is a folk song from Malwa, and it shares about what are you so proud of? What are you so proud of? And where to go? Where to go? Where to find that essence which can never be born and which never dies? So if there are anything that we don't understand, then you can ask later also. फूला फाल्या क्या फिरे, क्या बतलावत अंग, एक दिन फना हो जाएगा जैसे कीट पतंग. जो उगे वो हाथ में जीरे, हेरे रे फूले सो कुमलाय, जो चूने सो डही पड़े, जन्मे सो मर जाए। मत कर माया को अहंकार, मत कर काया को घमंड, काया गार से काची। मत कर माया को अहंकार, मत कर काया को अभिमान, काया गार से काची। कायागार से काची रे, जैसे ओसरा मोती, झोंका पवन का लग जाए, झपका पवन का लग जाए, काया धूल हो जासी। मत कर माया को अहंकार, मत कर काया को घमंड, काया गार से काची। कायागार से काची हो, जैसे ओसरा मोती, झोंका पवन का लग जाए, झपका पवन का लग जाए, काया तेरी धूल हो जासी। ऐसा सख्त था महाराज, जिनका मुल्कों में राज, जिन घर झूलते हाथी, जिन घर झूलते हाथी रे, जैसे ओसरा मोती, झोंका पवन का लग जाए, झपका पवन का लग जाए, काया धूल हो जासी। भरया सिंदड़ारो तेल, जहाँ से रचो है सब खेल, जल रही दिया की बाती, जल रही दिया की बाती रे, जैसे ओसरा मोती, झोंका पवन का लग जाए, चपका पवन का लग जाए, काया तेरी धूल हो जासी। फुट गया सिंधड़ारो तेल, बिखर गया सब निज खेल, बुझ गई दिया की बाती, बुझ गई दिया की बाती रे, जैसे ओसरा मोती, झोंका पवन का लग जाए, झपका पवन का लग जाए, काया धूल हो जासी। आहा लाल में का लाल, तेरा कौन क्या हवाल, जिनसे जिनको जाम ले जासी। आहा लाल में का लाल, तेरा कौन क्या हवाल, जिनको जाम ले जासी। जिनको जाम ले जासी रे, जैसे ओसरा मोती, झोंका पवन का लग जाए, झपका पवन का लग जाए, काया तेरी धूल हो जासी। झूठा माई थारो बाप, झूठा सकल संसार, झूठा कूटता हाथी। झूठा माई थारो बाप, झूठा सकल परिवार, झूठा कूटता छाती। टूटा कूटता छाती रे जैसे ओसरा मोती, झोंका पवन का लग जाए, चपका पवन का लग जाए, काया तेरी धूल हो जासी। भूल्या भवानी हो नाथ, गुरु जी ने सिर पे धरया हाथ, जिससे मुक्ति हो जासी। जिनसे मुक्ति हो जासी रे जैसे ओसरा मोती, झोंका पवन का लग जाए, झपका पवन का लग जाए, काया धूल हो जासी। काया तेरी धूल हो जासी, काया धूल हो जासी। So I'll take a moment to just go through the lines. मत कर माया को अहंकार, मत कर काया को अभिमान. Kaya is the body, anything that is material, anything that is matter. Kaya gar se kachi. Kaya, the body, the form is as fragile as a clay. As fragile as clay. That is how fragile the body is. Kaya gar se kachi jaise osra moti. Just like a dewdrop is there and then it is gone. It's there and then it is gone. It's that fragile, it's that fleeting. So why do you anchor yourself there? Why do you make it stationary in your life, want to make it stationary in your life, and then you suffer? झोंका पवन का लग जाए, झपका पवन का लग जाए, काया धूल हो जासी. We see our fragility when nature calamity, calamity of nature acts. We are just nothing in front of natural calamities. ऐसा सख्त था महाराज जिनका मुल्कों में राज. So referring to people who have gotten real kind of material successes in life. ऐसा सख्त था महाराज जिनका मुल्कों में राज, जिन घर झूलता हाथी, full of luxury and comforts. जिन घर झूलता हाथी जैसे ओसरा मोती. And again, that luxury, that comfort, that money that you have gathered is so fleeting that you don't even know and it is gone. Then what? Then what will you anchor yourself upon? Bharya sindhadaro tel. So referring to this body, and in this body there is this light, the flame. इसको दिया बताया गया है, बॉडी को दिया बताया गया है, और उसमें एक बाती जल रही है और उसमें तेल पड़ा हुआ है. आपको कितना तेल पड़ा हुआ है तुम्हें नहीं पता, कितना है तेल, कितना जलेगा हमें नहीं पता. भरिया सिंधड़ारो तेल, जहां से रचो है सब खेल. ये उसने रचा, जहां से जो रचनाकार है, जो हमारा ही एक अंग है, हमसे अलग नहीं है, जहां से रचो है सब खेल. वो तेल कितना है, बाती कितनी है लाइफ में, हमें नहीं पता. वी हैव नो आइडिया. जल रही दिया की बाती जैसे ओसरा मोती. अगेन एज फ्लीटिंग एज अ ड्यू ड्रॉप ऑन अ लीफ. खुट गया सिंधड़ारो तेल. Imagine that the oil in that diya, the tail in the diya is finished now. Now what? The game is over. खुट गया सिंधड़ारो तेल, बिखर गया सब निज खेल. All your personal stories, me, my family, my relations, my this, my that is gone. It's gone like a dream. बुझ गई दिया की बाती. That presence which was animating the body has left the body. The awareness, the pure light of presence which was animating the body, that has left. बुझ गई दिया की बाती. बुझ गई दिया की बाती जैसे ओसरा मोती. As fleeting as a dewdrop. आहा लाल में का लाल, तेरा कौन क्या हवाल. Referring to, we are so pampered, we pamper ourselves, then we pamper our children, and then the game of pampering continues. So referring to that pampering, आहा लाल में का लाल, तेरा कौन क्या हवाल. जिनको जम ले जासी, जम रेफरिंग टू डेथ, रेफरिंग टू काल, कि कितना तेरा पालन पोषण बहुत बढ़िया से हो रहा है, सब कुछ बढ़िया हो रहा है, और तू कब चला जाएगा किसी को खबर नहीं है, right? Again referring to the importance that we give to material luxury and comforts and all that, without taking care of what we should be taking care of primarily, without knowing who we are, without living from that essence, right? जिनको जम ले जासी जैसे ओसरा मोती, झूठा माई थारो बाप, झूठा सकल परिवार, झूठा कूटता छाती. Now it may appear that it is animalistic view, and they are saying that, you know, maybe the poet is saying that leave and abandon all the relationships, but it's not like that. It's the place from which we live our relationships. Our relationships are based on insecurities. You are in my life because you will fulfill me. Don't go away from my life, else I will be unfulfilled. And this is the basis of our relationships. We tie each other, and the person who is now ready to flee, he's ready to become the master of himself, he's gaining absolute freedom, all the family ties will come, you know, pulling him down. You are my daughter, you are my daughter, you are not what who you want to be, right? So this is what is referring to jhootha mai tharo baap, कि तू जिनके पीछे पड़ा हुआ है, जिनको तू अपना समझ रहा है, वो तेरे अपने नहीं है. Now this doesn't mean that the relationships are false. Relationships are true, but we have to actually see what is the basis on which they are standing. Most of our relationships are standing on a false base. False base of incompletion, false base of ego. So it can be converted. And how it will be converted? It will be converted when I begin to live a life of truth. Then whatever relationships I'll be having in my life will be based out of that truth, right? So this is a invitation to truer relationships, fuller relationships. It's not an abandonment of life. Jhootha kootta chhati. Now the one who is banging his chest, he is not banging his chest because he loved you so much. No, he is banging his chest because his plans with you on this earth got shattered. He is banging his chest because the incompletion that you fulfilled in his life, now again the void is there. So it's a very selfish reason that the chest is being banged. It is not that it was just pure love, right? So that's why again, jhootha kootta chhati. You think he's, banging your chest for you? No, he's not banging your chest for you. He's banging your chest because the void that you leave, that was fulfilling life, and now the life again feels a vacuum. I remember a relative, when one expired, and many close family members and collected, and so they were saying, अब मैं बात किससे करूंगी? This was it came very naturally. अब मैं बात किससे करूंगी? So it's not that you are gone. It's that the vacuum. Now, how I feel so incomplete. I feel such a vacuum. So referring to that, our relationships are based on actually almost kind of fulfilling each other's gap. Is that a true base for relationships? That's what we have to question. Is that a true basis, that you remain incomplete, I remain incomplete, and then we remain glued to each other so that we seem to fulfill each other's incompletion, which will never be fulfilled, right? So again, kind of pointing us to question that. बोल्या भवानी हो नाथ, the poet, गुरुजी ने सिर पे रखिया हाथ, जिससे मुक्ति हो जासी. Now he's saying that Guruji, Guru, the one who takes you from darkness to light, the one who tells you that you are not this body, you are not the mind, you are not the feeling, find out who you are. What is that which has remained with you the time since the time you were born, that has never ever left you? Guru ji ne sir pe dhariya haath. So one that takes us from darkness to light. Stay with that, stay with that. Jinse mukti ho jasi. Now mukti is not that I abandon the body. Mukti is that I remain anchored, I remain stationed in who I truly am and live a truer life from that space. It's a beginning of a new life. It's not ending. Moksha is not the ending of life. Moksha is the beginning of a beautiful life. Moksha means that I now see that I am not the body, I have a body. I clearly know that I'm not the mind, and I clearly know that I am not the feelings. I see them up, down, go up and down. This is moksha, this is liberation from the bondage of mind, feelings, and body. Now one can begin to live a true life. This is the invitation. This is the invitation. Yeah. So that's it. And any questions at this are completely welcome, or any reflections.
Yeah, I just want to say that this is one of my, most favorite. I don't know the word favorite is wrong, but like I love to hear it because this reminder, it's like although even if, say, for myself, I've seen death very closely, but one tends to forget.
Yeah.
It's like somehow I'm like again reminded of a Kabir Doha which I had heard, but I don't remember the Doha. Maybe you will know. It was like that, oh saints, the world is crazy. When I tell the truth, they want to beat me, but when I lie, then they say, oh, I'm great. So that's how kind of we are, right? Like even the शुरू का दोहा जो था उसमें भी जो बेसिक वो था वो यही था कि मतलब I don't know, the world wants us to forget, है ना? मतलब we want to feel that we are the body, मतलब this is what we are told, right? That body identification society से ही कंडीशनिंग तो शुरू होता है, बट पूरी तरह कुछ भी नहीं अपनाना है ना, लाइक अगर बॉडी हो तो फिर नो दैट यस आई मीन टेक इट टोटली ना कि हाँ यू विल डाई टू,
Yeah.
दैट वी वांट टू इग्नोर इट, पिक एंड चूज हाँ कि जब शांति और मेडिटेशन करनी है तो तुम तो आत्मा हो, जब ये करना है मतलब बट 100% दैट आई फाइंड वेरी I don't know, like it's very pricking and it's funny. Like it depends on what state of mind one is. And that thing also, what you said, no one cries for the one who's gone. That you see very clearly, in
Yeah.
any funeral, even in movies, right? क्या मेरा क्या होगा या मेरे
Yeah.
बच्चों का क्या होगा types के yeah, so whatever was planned उसमें कहीं पे वो आ गया. And one last thing that I want to share, like I was yesterday reading a prayer by Shri Aurobindo, and in that prayer it was like, how we take mukti as the ultimate. And in that prayer he said, I don't want mukti for myself. I actually want to serve the world. So, oh, divine, please help me do that.
Yes.
So for me, that was pretty kind of shocking that, somebody who would say, I don't want to be, mukt, like mukti is considered the highest, but
Yes.
let me give the courage, have the courage to work for the greater good.
Yes.
So that was very beautiful.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
So, Monica, I just want to share a thought, and this is something that I think I was telling a colleague about 6 months, 8 months before COVID. Actually, we were sitting, and she doesn't have kids, and we were generally chatting, having a chai and chatting, and they were talking about children and having children and what it means to have children and all that. And I think out of the blue, I don't know, सोचा भी नहीं था इसके बारे में कहाँ से आया, that I found myself saying something like, uh, the capacity to love that you discover after you have a child is something that, for me at least, I discovered only after I had a child.
Beautiful.
Before my children, I haven't loved anybody unconditionally. Let me just say that. Maybe I have worked after that on unconditional love, or like the whole concept of being whole on your own and just sharing the joy and happiness with your partner or friends. और पर बच्चों को प्यार करने के बाद रियलाइज हुआ कि इस तरह का प्यार कभी किया ही नहीं किसी से, अनकंडीशनल जो होता है, राइट? तो वही एक ख्याल आ रहा था, so I thought I'll share with you all.
Beautiful. Yes. Any thoughts on this theme, or shall we go ahead then? Okay.
I would want to add one thing, that Aditi, you're very lucky if you actually are able to love your kids unconditionally, because that is also very difficult. You know, that is also there. Also, we really have this thing, you know, this give and take. Because I've personally seen where, you know, say a doting mother who loves her child so much, but the child, say, you know, married a different person whom she didn't like. You know, like they show in movies, it happens in real life too. So there's, you know, how it's like everybody has points where one can compromise, and there are certain points where it's like, ye to bahut ho gaya. So there also we have restrictions in love. Like it feels that the child, you know, the love that I would feel, especially I guess in our culture, this mamta. You know, mamta basically means मेरा. इसको बहुत ही एक ऊंची दृष्टि से देखा जाता है, you know, कि मेरा बच्चा टाइप. बट उसमें भी, I mean, if you get into the Vedantic thing, it's kind of very selfish. You know, I love me and I love my kid. I
Yeah.
don't love kids. So that's also I find very fascinating.
Yeah.
कि how this mamta is really kind of considered very, I don't know, sacred, है ना, जिसमें कि बहुत, I don't know, just the thought came to me, and
Yes.
it's just nice that if we can actually experience it unconditionally.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
So Taru, just to answer your, I mean, just to respond to that, अभी तक तो ऐसा लगता है. Now let's see where life takes them, and then you know how that makes me react. But अभी तक तो लगता है that I cannot, मतलब 5 मिनट नहीं लगते हैं कि you know it's all back. Your, you know, everything dissipates and your
True.
love kind of takes over every other emotion.
True.
So yeah.
I think Sri Aurobindo and Mother also have touched upon this, that human love is actually, it's a beginning of, if one can say, it gives you a glimpse of oneness that we experience in love. So yes, you are right when you say that parent and child, the love between a parent and child, it is a reflection. It gives us a glimpse because we are extending ourselves, right? It's okay that the boy or the girl is a part of my body, and that is the reason that I am, you know, showering love. That's completely fine. And that's what Taru was hinting at, that it's mamatva. Mera hai to main pyar kar raha hu. That's okay. Considering that also, if I see that now I am able to extend myself to some other fellow who is actually an extension of myself, so the bodies are still separate and yet you feel one. So that oneness is actually the thread of love that connects each one of us. Human love actually is a glimpse of that, but then the problem that happens with us is that we mix it with ego. You know, तू मुझे complete कर, मैंने तेरे साथ ये किया था, तू मेरे साथ कर. So it gets mixed up, and we get this emotional mixture in which maybe 2% pure love and rest all is a emotional mixture of you know, past and future and all that. So you are right when you say that it does give us a glimpse of how one can actually love unconditionally, especially another person who is separate from your body. And also love between deep, you know, deep friendships and deep partnerships, that is also again gives us a glimpse of extension of ourselves. You know, that I consider myself this body, and yet I feel so one with the other person that I'm able to even, you know, kind of give up my joy away because it gives me joy to see that other person enjoy, you know? So yeah, it gives us a glimpse there. So let's take up this the first doha and keep sharing your reflections whenever any of you have any reflection. ऐसी गति संसार की जो गादर की थाट, एक परी जही गार में सबे जही तिही बाट. The destiny of the world is like that of a herd of sheep. If one falls in the pit, all sheep follow the way. This is what we do. जब सब कर रहे हैं तो मुझे भी करना ही चाहिए. अगर सब शादी कर रहे हैं तो मुझे भी करनी चाहिए. पूरा संसार यही कहता है. जैसे उस दिन that day तरु was sharing, पूरा इंडिया अमूल दूध पीता है तो मुझे भी पीना चाहिए. This is how we keep fooling ourselves, and we never question this. It's a blessing that we can question that अगर पूरा कर रहा है, अगर सबके सब कुएं में गिर रहे हैं तो मुझे भी गिरना जरूरी है क्या? Today I was reading this quote from Albert Einstein. Let me share it with you. It was just exactly this only. Just give me a second. Yeah, so it says, what is right is not always popular, and what is popular is not always right. If we look at this, consumption of junk foods, even villages nowadays, if we go, the Maggie and chips have just gone there also, where they used to be just local dishes. So it's just getting more popular, and it does not mean that that is what is good for us, right? So it's good to question that if everyone is saying that keep on doing a job, stress to sabki life mein hota hai, doesn't matter, can I never question that? Because I see that it's giving me suffering. I see that people talk about taking breaks from sabbaticals or break from job life, and many a times even the family members just get kind of so overwhelming that why are you not getting a job, break aa jayega, as if job karne ke liye hi paida hue the, and the other person is just suffering. No one is paying attention to the suffering. That suffering wants to tell that something is wanting attention in life. So it's beautiful if one can slow down. Slowing down only we can meet life. In running, we just miss life. Today in the morning, Taru and we were talking about, the sun was out in the morning and now it's almost gone. It's just clouded very heavily now. And it appears as if the sun was not shining in the morning. But for the one who was able to be available to the sunlight when it was shining in the morning, he knows, he has this felt experience that yes, sun was there, I was there in the warmth. But for the one who was just running around, who could not take a pause, missed the warmth. So why not slow down a little? Because running has not helped us. Has it helped us? We could have continued forever. But we clearly see that running has not helped us. Milestones after milestones, even बच्चों को भी जब हम लेके चलते हैं, we consider 10th आ गया बच्चे का, 12th आ गया. These are the milestones, as if rest everything is just not important. हमारे milestones भी सिर्फ subjects होते हैं, grades. These are our milestones. So can we slow down? And only if we are willing to, obviously. Because when we slow down, we are able to taste life. Even when we are eating, we are able to taste food when we slow down. We slow down eating. Otherwise, we don't even know what we have gulped. So to have the rasa of life, it's actually a urgent need to slow down. Slow down to my own presence. Slow down to my own movements of life. कि चल क्या रहा है? Slow down to nature, and slow down in my thoughts actually, because the thoughts are also running in a vicious loop without slowing down. So there is a tremendous scope of slowing down in life. We don't have to go after the other sheeps. Okay. And yet again, only when we are ready, to do so. Yes, Taru, you wanted to share?
Yeah, like around 15 months back, I don't know why I remember the month, like October 2019, I think you had shared a Doha. I don't remember the Doha, but it was same about this herd mentality. And you had said something really beautiful, and it was like that if one sheep falls off the mountain, the rest would follow, right? Most likely. But if one sheep would get on top of the mountain, then also all will follow, right? So it's like first is what you're, of course, what you're saying, we don't have to follow. But if we want to follow, we have a choice, right? There is a sheep going down, there is a sheep going up. So there also we can choose to be in the dump or on top of the mountain.
Yes.
So I just was reminded of that and I found it
Yeah.
very beautiful.
The thing is that it's so easy to follow the sheep which is going down the drain, because somewhere uh, we have conditioned ourselves that I am really unworthy. I am not worthy enough. That day I was asking, few of us in the session, if I ask you, if I tell you that you are unworthy, or if I tell you that you are very worthy, you are divinely worthy, which one would you easily believe? The easiest one for most of us was, I am unworthy. I am not worthy of the divine essence or presence or whatever you talk of, right? This is what we have bought ourselves into. And this is what is the basis of me getting eaten up by life. Because when I completely buy into the belief that there is something really wrong with me, right? Then each and every fellow is available to eat me up. Yes, I will give you fulfillment. Come with me. Marry and you will get fulfillment. Eat this and you will get fulfillment. Have this job, have this much of money, and you will get fulfillment. So that's how most of the society runs. It runs on this lack that I have bought myself into. It's so rare to find people who would be truly happy and delighted when you are not dependent on them. It's rare. I'm telling you, it's very rare. Even our own family members, consider parents, as close as parents, they are not really happy when the child is becoming completely independent, in the sense that there are no regular calls uh, being done to the parents now. The emotional mixture that we were talking of earlier, कि इसको मेरी जरूरत ही नहीं है. you know and that's where comes the existence of truer relationships, and not just the relationships based on blood identity.
Monica, just to add to what you said, there was this quote I had read long back, and abhi maine bas usko nikala hai. I'm just reading it for everybody. It says that in a society that profits from your self-doubt, liking yourself is a rebellious act.
Beautiful.
So yeah, I remember that having this. तो मैंने वो अभी ढूंढ के निकाला.
It is rebellion. Yeah, complete rebellion. Yeah, beautiful. And the other thing is that we keep on postponing this rebellion. So the next doha is about this. कबीर जो दिन आज है सो दिन नहीं काल, चेत सके तो चेत ले मीच पड़ी है ख्याल. So Kabir says the day that is today, it will not be the same tomorrow. Be very cautious. And it's almost that you are under the constant view of death, and do what is needed to be done right now, as urgent as possible. What is the thing that is needed to be done? It is actually something that is not to be done, if I can say that. It's not something that I have to do. It's more of a realization, more of a remembrance. Doing, we are already doing so much in our life. We are tired of doing, right? So the thing that is very, very urgent in life, Kabir says, Chet sake to chet le. He's asking us to wake up. He's not asking to do something. Waking up is not a doing. It happens. I wake up and I realize, oh my God, I have ever been here. I never lost myself. That divine essence which everybody called dhundo, dhundo, dhundo. I'm here. I'm here. Wow. It's like आंखें खुल गई. सब सामने ही था, but आंखें खुल गई. This is how masters have said that. कि वो फ्लावर मेरे गमले में बरसों से लगा हुआ था, बट दिखा आज पहली बार है, क्योंकि मैं कहीं और ही था. So this is the waking up is the urgency. Why is it urgent? I will also maybe spend 2 minutes on that. It is urgent only because not waking up to our essence makes us suffer. That's the reason it becomes urgent, and no one likes to suffer. Suffering is not our nature. Our nature is peace and happiness. It's contentment. That is our nature. And don't we love that? That's what we do when we are eating good food or we are watching something which makes us really feel nice about ourselves. We are being with a friend which makes us feel good, fulfilled. Why? Because fulfillment and goodness is our nature. Sometimes other may become a means. ऐसा लगता है कि other has become a mean. No. Because when the other will go away, the contentment will also go away. It will appear as if it is gotten away. So the true contentment, peace and happiness, they are all within us. We just have to wake up. And again, waking up is necessary, not because if it's not important for you, go ahead, do whatever you like. But if you are suffering, if I am suffering, it is the intelligence of the being telling me, wake up, wake up, wake up. You are not the one who suffers. In the middle of the suffering, you are the one who is forever untouched, content, fulfilled. Wake up to that presence. This is what is meant by chet sake to chet le. जाग सके तो जाग. और कल का इंतजार मत कर. We give so much of importance to attending celebrations of the family and creating parties and all that, all attending to basic needs of the body and roti kapda makan and me and my family. We give so much of importance to that this becomes unimportant, and then suffering comes to us in a disguise. It is kind of a knock on the door. It tells us what to do. It signals me that I am at the wrong place. So can I use my suffering? Can I use the postman suffering that has come to deliver me this letter? And that's why, and this is the very fact, this is the very reason why human beings, human birth has been considered so precious. Because in animal birth and in other, animals or beings before that, we do not have the possibility of waking up to the essence. And this essence that we are, waking up, as we were discussing earlier, waking up is the first step. Sri Aurobindo and Mother say that in integral yoga, waking up or nirvana or moksha, it is the first step. It is not the last step. Once I have woken up to who I am, it is more and more, it becomes concrete in my felt and live experience. Life begins to live itself out. Now a new life begins. Now I can work on the refinement of mind. Now I can work on using the feelings where no one in me is wanting to use the feelings for being complete. मेरे में कोई अधूरा नहीं बैठा है अब जो बोलेगा कि मैं इसका वो कर लूं, भोग कर लूं, कंज्यूम कर लूं फीलिंग्स और सेंसेशंस के थ्रू कि ये मेरे को भर दे. अब कोई अधूरापन नहीं बैठा है. Now the refinement of feelings and sensations can become. Now deeper emotions like love, compassion, kindness, now they can dawn in. Only now, not before that. Because as long as I have this little entity within me, which is forever incomplete and asking and asking and asking and demanding, it will forever be using everything, even the feelings and sensations, to fulfill its demands. So this forms the majority of our life, right? Yes. Nothing else to do to show. Yeah, we don't have to shoo away the feelings because see, Aradhana ji, what happens? The moment I see myself as the pure awareness that in whose presence all the game is happening, I immediately see that I do not need to shoo away the feelings. Because there is no one who is scared of the feelings now. Now I can begin to meet the feelings. That is what we were discussing in yesterday's session, where we were talking about meeting feelings and emotions. Only now, when I'm stationed as awareness, as the seeing one, as the knowing one, only now I can go close and look at fear, anxiety, and shame and guilt and all that. Because a guilty one cannot go close to guilt. A shameful one cannot go close to shame. A fearful one is anyway fearful of fear itself. How can he go close? I can go close to my own movements of life only when I know myself as the pure awareness, owing to the presence of which rest everything becomes possible. Now I can go close. Now I will not be fearing even fear. Yes. So you are saying that even if that awareness is there, the thoughts and feelings are also bothering. Now, see, there is a difference between thoughts and feelings coming. There is a difference between thoughts and feelings going, bothering. Okay, let's discover this. Okay. So I am knowing myself as the pure seeing awareness, the one who is aware of even being aware. Okay. Now a thought comes, a feeling comes. Now this aware one will not begin to think about the feeling. Only when I begin to think about the feeling, only when I begin to think into the thought, only then they can become a botheration. And then I am not meeting thoughts and feelings. We were discussing yesterday in the session that thinking about a feeling is not meeting the feeling. Meeting the feeling is meeting the feeling in the body. Raw sensation of the feeling in the body. That is what meeting the feeling is. But what we do is, we may call that I am aware, but we are not. We have not taken a stance as awareness, because the moment I take a stance as pure awareness, right? It is impossible that I'm bothered by thoughts and feelings, because who will be bothered? The one who is resisting, right? Who can be bothered? The one who is resisting, who is saying, why is it there? Why is it there? तो वो प्योर स्पेस नहीं रही ना. इमेजिन करो कि एक रूम है, हाँ, रूम में एक चेयर आ रही है या एक बंदा आ रहा है, स्पेस को कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ रहा. स्पेस इज नॉट बॉदर्ड आइदर बाय अ चेयर और बाय अ बंदा. But if instead of the room there is a banda sitting, maybe a security guard, he will be bothered. He will say, how dare you are here? You are not allowed here, right? So if notice your movements very closely. If you are bothered by something, you are not there as pure presence. Some resistance is talking now. It is the resistance is saying, how dare you are there. It is saying to the feeling, how dare you are there. I have been meditating for so long. Abhi tak gayi nahi tu. So that is not acting as allowing space. Yes, yes. So Aditi, on the surface, we are all different. It's like different permutation and combinations of instruments. But in the background, the animating presence in our bodies, the animating presence in each one of us is that pure light of awareness only. But when it shines through, then it gets colored. Why? Because the instrument may be dirty, instrument may be colored, yellow colored, red colored. So when the light shines through, it comes out in a different way. This is what we call the distortion of ego. ईगो के पीछे भी बैठा कौन है? एक ही है, बैठा तो एक ही है. जब वो लाइट शाइन करती है, जब वो ईगो के डिस्टॉर्शन के थ्रू बाहर निकलती है, that is what we call as falsehood. And now what we are doing here in these sessions is we are recognizing more and more as who is sitting beyond the ego, who comes before the ego, knowing ourselves more and more as that and not identifying with the character that I play, the ego. Because see, egos are restless. We know that egos are restless, right? Egos are incomplete. And what are they seeking? They are seeking completion. So ego itself seeks its own annihilation. It is not very content being the ego itself. So we are actually putting our baby, if I can call ego the baby, we are actually putting it back to rest. And that is what it has been seeking all this life. Yes, yes, Gaurav. Yes, Gaurav. So knowing who I am, because if I am not there, see, when yesterday again we used this little sentence that if I say, I can hear, okay, I say, I hear the loud noise. Now the ear itself, the body itself cannot hear. A dead ear in a dead body, can it hear? So who is hearing? If not the awareness, who is hearing? Who is seeing? Because the eyes by itself, they cannot see. मरे हुई बॉडी में, एक बेप्राण की बॉडी में क्या आईज फिर भी देख पाएंगी? Who is making eyes capable of vision? That animating presence of awareness. That is who we are before the mind rises into picture, before the thoughts come, before the feelings come. You know, because we have many experiences in our own lives where we have touched moments in us where thoughts are not there, feelings are not there, sensations of bodies are not there, and yet I know I am. There is a knowing I am. So I am exists before thoughts, feelings, and sensations. It gives them place, you know, as if that the room, the space in the room is allowing the chair to be. The space in the room is allowing the bed to be. Just like that, the space of awareness, the space of animating presence is allowing the thoughts to be, the feelings to be. But what I do is, what happens with the most of us, virtually all of us, is that I become my thought. I become my story. I forget that I am the one who is allowing the story. So I have the mastery over the story. I am the master. I am the boss. I am the awareness. The awareness is the boss. But when I act mostly as my story, I feel like more like a puppet. Puppet in the hands of body, puppets in the hand of feelings and thoughts. And that makes us suffer. So why to wake up? Because we want our suffering to end. Only that. If someone here listening to it today, or anywhere, if someone does not want the suffering to end, there is no hurry. Suffer more. And when the suffering arises so that you cannot live, then maybe rise again, wake up again. So there is an urgency, but there is also free will. Yes, Aradhana ji. First, this knowing oneself as knowing. See, there is this knowing. हाँ, क्या knowing है? अभी मैं आपको बता रही थी ना कि कान अपने आप तो नहीं सुन सकता ना. कान क्यों सुन पा रहा है? क्योंकि उसके पीछे कोई है. उसके पीछे जो है, एक वो चीज है जो आपके साथ बचपन से लेकर अब तक रही है. सिक्योरिटी है आपको वहां पे. That presence has never left you. So when we feel insecure in relationships, we feel insecure in jobs, insecure in life, we have to actually look where to look for security. This animating presence has never left me. And yet I keep on saying that I am this body, I am the thought, I am the feeling. Is it true? Because thoughts change, my story has changed, feelings keep on changing. Is it true that I am the body and I am the thoughts and I am the feeling? So do not believe me, Aradhana ji. I don't want to give this as a concept to you. Know this for yourself, who you are. और अभी भी डाउट है तो डाउट में रहो जितना रहना है आपको. Know it for yourself. What is the thing that has never left you since you are here? And know yourself as that. When you say, I hear, I speak, who is that I? That is the unchanging element of our being. Right? So we have to wake up whenever we are ready to do that. We have to wake up to that presence more and more and more. And you will see that thoughts and feelings will not be able to grip us so badly as they do now. They just grip us. As you were saying that thoughts bother, feeling bother. Why are they able to bother? Because you understand yourself as the role that you are playing, Aradhana. Right? Only then they have the mastery to overpower you, grip you. But when you know more and more yourself as the pure presence, would they still be able to have that strong hold over you? सोच के देखो, करके देखो. सिर्फ सोचने से नहीं होगा, ये तो करके देखना पड़ेगा. In any moment when I do not become my story, है ना, मैं अपनी स्टोरी से एक्ट नहीं कर रही. I am acting out of knowing that I am the awareness within me, right? आप देखो कैसे आपकी क्वालिटी चेंज होती है, कैसे वही थॉट्स और फीलिंग्स आपको उतना डिस्टर्ब नहीं कर पाएंगे जितना यूजुअली करते हैं. ट्राई इट फॉर योरसेल्फ, एक्सपेरिमेंट. And this will be an indicator, because the suffering will reduce. It will almost virtually go away in that moment, in which moment you are not your story, right? So the suffering will go away, and that will tell you this is the right space, this is the right space, this is the right space. So know it and experiment for yourself. And this is what we were, I kind of, extrapolated. This is what is, we have to wake up to who we are. Chet sake to chet le, meech padi hai khayal. Because if I die knowing myself as the body, thoughts and feelings, the next birth that I will be taking, it will be exactly in the same consciousness, still tied to the body, thoughts and feelings. Kabir says at one point, Maya mari na man mara, marmar gaye sharir, Asha Trishna na mari, keh gaye Das Kabir. This is the Maya, this is the veil of illusion, the first veil of illusion, a very strong one, which actually lives our whole life. That I am the story, and that is why my needs and demands should be fulfilled, because the one in the story is forever lacking. So, and now this is getting rid of the stories. It's only stories that have the grip over us. जो आप thoughts and feelings की बात कर रहे हो, वो क्या है? मेरी story तो है. आप एक मिनट के लिए अगर आप, if you take only one moment and you are without your story, would there still be any suffering? Think about it. आपके पैर में दर्द है, हाँ? And somebody had kept something on the floor, and that's where you slipped, and that's why it's paining. Okay. So imagine that you are there with the pure pain in the feet, right? And there is no story whatsoever. Would it be still suffering, or would it be just pure sensation of pain? This is where we want to go. We want to remain with the raw sensations in the body of pain, of whatever, and not go into the story of, yes, pure sensation of the pain. Yes. The moment I go into the story while pain is still there in the body, what I do is I do not meet pain in that moment. I escape into thinking. It is escaping pain. It is escaping pain. The moment I escape pain, suffering comes. The moment I enter into my story, suffering comes. Why does it come? It tells me, babe, you are not meeting pain. Go and meet pain. A friend has come. Go meet it. And then you will see that there is emotional pain is, see, we give it a name, emotional pain, but it's actually suffering. इमोशनल पेन को आप कहीं टच करके थोड़ी ना बता सकते हो कि यहाँ दर्द हो रहा है, राइट? तो वी टॉक पेन एज फिजिकल पेन, and emotional pain is nothing but suffering, right? I am suffering, huh? I have this story, this person did that to me, that person did that to me, and I'm suffering, and it is a deep suffering. That is what you call as emotional pain. A deep suffering is called emotional pain. And then you are right that it actually enters our body. It gets logged in the body, so the heart begins to pain, huh? So emotional pain is actually deep suffering. And the suffering cannot be if my story of myself is not there. है ना? आप खुद देखना, in moments where your story is not there, is the emotional pain still there? Check it out for yourself. In any one particular moment, पूरे दिन में 1 सेकंड भी हो सकता है, ज्यादा नहीं होगा, चलो 2 सेकंड ले लो या 5 मिनट ले लो, उस मोमेंट में अगर आपकी स्टोरी नहीं प्रेजेंट है, यू एज आराधना, द रोल दैट यू प्ले, अगर वो प्रेजेंट नहीं है, इमोशनल पेन का होने का कोई चांस ही नहीं है. And then you can meet emotional pain. Only then you can meet emotional pain. Huh? Go into the body. Now, if you want to explore this, even when emotional pain comes, see that without going into the story of that suffering, can you be with the raw sensation of the body? You will see that it will not be a big challenge. You can be there. You can be there. And you feel more intimate with yourself. as if you are meeting it for the first time. You have never met it. Yes, a vicious circle. Gaurav, just say it more. Why do you think it is a vicious circle? You can also unmute and share if you wish to.
Yeah, it's like more the awareness, more you realize what you've lost and what all pain that are there in the life, and
No.
it's
Okay.
like
Okay. Good that you share it here. Okay. So the awareness, you are saying more the awareness, the more you think what you have lost.
yeah.
Awareness does not think. Thinking is the exercise of the finite mind. It's the limited mind that begins to think. That the moment thinking comes, I am actually not meeting the situation face to face. So the moment this thought comes that, oh my God, what I have lost, oh my God, what I have lost. Again, go back, step back a little. See that thought from a little distance. When you are thinking about things, you cannot call that I am taking a stand as pure awareness. Thinking is the domain of mind. और mind तो हम अभी भी हैं. Ego, what is the ego? Ego is mind in full force. Ego is thoughts and thoughts and thoughts about myself. So you may say that I am aware of what all, it was done to me and it feels really bad. Again, compare yourself to the empty space of the room. Right? Would the empty space think, why is the chair not there, and why is the chair there in that corner? Why is the blue chair not here? Why is the red chair not here? Would the space think?
But with this human body with flesh and bones, one has been programmed in a manner that it is very different to separate yourself from these thoughts. I
Yes,
don't know.
you are right that it is difficult. But are you just your programming, or are you something else? Think about it.
Yeah.
Is there anything more to you than your programmed structure? Think about it. Is it just the mechanical programming all that makes Gaurav who is, or is it more, something more? Yes, we are mechanical in many ways. You're right. But is it only mechanics that I have that makes me, or is it something more? So this should not become an excuse that मैं क्या करूं, we are programmed in such a way. It cannot become an excuse, and that's why Kabir is saying आज ही कर ले भैया. And again, I was saying earlier that it cannot be done unless I have the willingness. If something in me is so settled in the mechanics, as you are saying, we are programmed, and I know, I completely buy that, yes, we are programmed. But is there only programming to me? Then what is the difference between a computer which is also programmed and myself? There must be some difference. Go there. Otherwise, I'll be using this as an excuse not to wake up to who I truly am. And that is also okay. I mean, it's a free surrender. It's a free waking up. There cannot be any force in this waking up. So if one feels that सफरिंग तो है बट इतनी भी ज्यादा नहीं है, मतलब चल जाएगी, थोड़ा 5-6 साल और कर सकता हूँ सफर, सो गो अहेड. It's a free will based surrender. And when the suffering, if actually it's a blessing, I would say, when the suffering would reach such a peak that it will not be possible for me to say that I am just the programmed one and nothing else, है ना? Only then some transformation may happen, waking up may happen. So it's totally up to us. If I feel that I am not ready to wake up, if I feel that there is nothing to me than just the programmed structure, live more of that programmed structure, right?
Mhm.
Mm. And whenever I am ready, I make the step. There is no force. होता क्या है कि हमें लगता है कि एक्चुअली वही स्टोरी के अंदर ही चल रहा है ना सब कुछ, इट्स मी एंड माय स्टोरी. तो कहीं ना कहीं हमें उम्मीद अभी भी बंधी हुई है कि बाहर से कुछ मिल जाना है. And that is why we still have hopes from other people and our relationships and job and all that कि हमने जितना दिया था कभी ना कभी तो जरूर मिलेगा. हाँ 10 साल में नहीं मिला बट 10 ही तो हुए. 10 तो कुछ भी नहीं है, 80 साल की जिंदगी होती है. नाउ कबीर रिमाइंड्स अस अगेन एंड अगेन कि तुम्हें क्या पता कि 80 साल की है. 80 तो एवरेज है ना, एवरेज मुझे लगता है 80 से भी कम होगा, राइट? नाउ कबीर रिमाइंड्स अस कि तुम्हें क्या पता कि तुमने वो बचे हुए साल जीने हैं जो तुम कह रहे हो कि अभी कर लेंगे, बाद में कर लेंगे, आज करे सो काल कर, काल करे सो कब. कबीर सेज काल करे सो आज करे सो अब, पल में परले होएगा बहुरी करेगा कब. सो कबीर सेज अभी कर लो, लेकिन इस पे दोहे पे तो काफी नए नए दोहे बने हुए हैं कि भाई आज नहीं करना तो कल कर ले, कल नहीं करना तो परसों कर ले. सो दिस इज हाउ वी लिव, वी प्रोक्रेस्टिनेट. एंड प्रोक्रेस्टिनेशन जरूर इसीलिए हो रहा होगा कि कहीं ना कहीं से उम्मीद अभी भी बंधी हुई है कि वहां से हमें मिल जाएगा. तो तुम ये जो कह रही हो या कबीर ये जो रिमाइंड करा रहे हैं कि अपने में ढूंढ लो कंप्लीशन, अपने में ढूंढ, अरे क्यों ढूंढे कंप्लीशन, वो देगा ना. अभी तो बहुत साल बचे हैं. सो लुक क्लोजली एट योर स्टोरी. कहीं ना कहीं आपको उम्मीद होगी कि बाहर से जरूर मिलेगा. नहीं तो हम ये बोलेंगे नहीं कि मेरे में कुछ प्रोग्राम स्ट्रक्चर के अलावा है नहीं. We have to catch our dishonesties. We have to actually become a friend of ours. क्योंकि अगर हम अपने ही फ्रेंड हैं तो अपने आप को हम डिसऑनेस्टी में थोड़ी ना जीने देंगे, है ना. हम वी विल गो क्लोज और हम बताएंगे अपने आप को कि भैया ये तो तूने झूठ बोला, और साथ साथ हम सहारा भी देंगे कि हाँ झूठ तो बोला, कोई बात नहीं, मैं तेरे साथ हूँ, नो लाइक दैट. तो अपने ही झूठ पकड़ने हैं, अपना ही सबसे प्रिय मित्र बनना है और अपने आप को सहारा भी देना है. Yes, Taru, you want to share?
I was exactly about to say this sentence that we have to catch our dishonesties. This morning when I was writing the write-up for the Harmony Circle, there was this sentence that came out that, we keep, I'm sorry, I totally forgot that, we keep complaining about incompleteness and we are always ignoring ourselves, na? We always come last, self-love, self this thing, but फिर रोएंगे भी कि incompleteness feel हो रही है, restlessness feel हो रही है. So that again, signifies the dishonesty. And but वो dishonesty लगती ही नहीं है, वो हम बोल देते हैं वो तो मजबूरी है.
नहीं लगती, बिल्कुल बिल्कुल.
Yeah, तो वही the moment we recognize, we accept कि नहीं मजबूरी नहीं है, I'm making a choice not to choose because it's easier.
Yeah.
It looks easier. It's not easier, but it at least because we see 500 people around us doing the same thing.
Yeah.
So it just feels like जब सब कर रहे हैं तो तुम क्या कोई वो हो. So that's very interesting, this dishonesty and how long it takes us to even reach that point कि yes, there is dishonesty is very interesting.
It is. ये जो आपने बोला ना कि it's actually a old habit और old habits die hard. Old habits die hard. So जब हम beginning में अपनी dishonesties खुद जैसे it's easy to pick up a cigarette when I am on the way to leave a cigarette. It's very easy. So picking up, so I am feeling restless. And what I have been doing for the past 30 years is pick up a cigarette. I feel fine for 2 minutes when I pick up a cigarette. So the old habit makes it almost effortless to go and seek the cigarette. Right? But it takes actually guts that I am feeling incomplete, I am feeling restless, and I'm not going to pick up that cigarette. It actually takes guts, and discomfort is there. So one has to be with that discomfort for some time. It is almost like when old habits are dying, it's a withdrawal symptom that happens. है ना, थोड़ी सी तड़प, थोड़ी सी रेस्टलेसनेस होती है, कि मन तो कर रहा है बस अभी उठा के पी लूं, बट नहीं पीऊंगा. तो go through that तड़प, go through that discomfort, कि आप you are taking a stance as awareness. More and more you are trying to make it your knowing, you're living in that, and thoughts come, the old stories still come. And the mind, owing to the old habit of the mind, it wants to run away into the story immediately. ओए कितनी जूस है, मतलब रस है, चढ़ जाओ ऊपर. But something in you says, no, I am not going to do that. It has not been serving me well. So the habit of the mind to have the juice of this misery of my own self has to pass away. It's an old habit, it will die hard. And that is why they talk about being in good company. Satsang karo, satsang karo. What is satsang? Satsang. एक तो सच भी बोला जा सकता है इसको, that which is true, truth, points to truth. Satsang is also, sat means ever present, the one who is ever present. We were talking about this, the unchanging element of your being. Satsang. Thoughts come and go, feelings come and go, but we remain with them. So we also come and go, we go up and down, up and down, up and down, right? So here is the invitation to stay with that element which has never left us. Be fully secure there. Satsang, that is satsang. And that will help us, that will give us more and more strength on this path of leaving the old habits and patterns of the mind and now entering into a new life. जहां पे हम मन को ऑलमोस्ट हम निर्मल बना रहे हैं, निर्मल, विदाउट एनी मल, विदाउट एनी डर्ट, डस्ट. जिसमें हम लिप्त रहते हैं पूरे दिन, वो तो कूड़ा होता है, दिमाग का कूड़ा. We really think so good about our minds and all that, the domain of the mind. But if we see the use of the mind, we only use it very rarely for the right purpose. We actually keep on abusing the mind, thinking of the same rut of the story again and again for years and years. So this is how we become our own enemy. अपने ही दुश्मन खुद हैं. कैसे हैं दुश्मन खुद? कि माइंड को मिजरी मिल रही है बेचारे को, उसको सफरिंग हो रही है उस स्टोरी के बारे में सोच के, और हम फिर वहीं. This is what is the abuse of the mind. This is what is being our own enemy. And what we were talking of being our own friend, now catching our own dishonesty. कि बहुत मन कर रहा है उधर जाएंगे, नहीं प्यारे बच्चे, नहीं जाएंगे, तू बहुत कर चुका और नहीं करना, something like that, anything that works. कि वहां नहीं मिलेगा.
Monica, one thing I would want to share, especially when you were sharing with, Aratna ji and Aditi, there's one thing that I practically use for myself, and that is less drama. About it helps me kind of know, like as soon as I see I'm going somewhere, this identification with the story, just these two things, most of the time, I would say, brings me back, and it really helps
Yeah.
in simplifying things. Okay, right? Somebody said something. I can choose to have my peace, or I can choose to defend my ego कि नहीं मैं ऐसी नहीं हूँ, मैं तो बहुत अच्छी हूँ. But where is the less drama, right?
Yeah.
And if I choose that, suddenly it's lighter,
बिल्कुल
and that thing dissolves and evaporates.
बिल्कुल
And another thing that you were sharing with Aradhana ji about, that emotional whole thing that goes ups and down and our identification, one thing that helps me clearly see it is that how when we talk about the past, there are certain things which really bothered us. And now we can laugh about it. तो उस टाइम पे वो स्टोरी में बहुत एक दृश्य बहुत वैसा सा बना था एंड suddenly it's like you can now if we can laugh about it, the same thing when something is happening right now to remind yourself that helps you when you are able to do it in getting that distance, that step back. So many times I've gone through such huge things and now I feel they were they are not that big. अरे मैंने इतना क्यों react करा. So is this again, is this not another trap?
Yeah. Beautiful. Yes. It almost feels like yeah an emptiness that one enters into, that because when one is not going into the story, so the mind is used to going into the story again and again, again and again. And when I say no to the story now, not going into the story, right, the moment I take a stand not going into the story, there is almost a kind of a lack, a kind of a void in the beginning, which will later on settle as peace. And it's only because of the old habit of going there. बहुत ज्यादा जैसे कमोशन की आदत पड़ गई है ना, जैसे इमेजिन करो कि एक घर में 20 बंदे हैं, हाँ जॉइंट फैमिली है, 20 बंदे हैं, तो आदत ही पड़ गई है 20 बंदों की. अब जब वो बंदे सारे शादी पे कहीं चले गए, एक बंदा रह गया घर में, तो द फर्स्ट डे इट विल एक्चुअली फील वेरी अनकंफर्टेबल because one is used to that commotion. And then slowly as it settles down, one will actually feel, wow, this is something really amazing. I never thought I would have so much of peace. So this is how peace settles in that emptiness that appears in the beginning. So Raviji, are you still there? You haven't shared anything today. Would you like to share anything?
नहीं, थैंक यू. मैं सुन रहा था और बहुत अच्छा लगा. इसको मैं दोबारा सुनूंगा क्योंकि वेरी क्लियर कुछ नींद से आ रही थी सुनते सुनते. मैं इसको टाइम निकाल के दोबारा, क्योंकि वो लंच मेरा लेट हो जाता है जरा, तो नींद आने लगती है.
Good one.
You're very honest, actually.
Thank you. So I'll not be taking more dohas today. I think we have discussed enough. If there are any further comments, you conclude.
Monica, I had one comment. So this was very interesting जो आपने कहा ना अभी कि you're used to commotion, then even peace first feels like a vacuum before it would start to feel like peace, right? And so ये बहुत interesting है, especially for a lot of not, I don't want to say working people, but people who are used to like just activities kind of considered productivity. उस तरह के बहुत लोग हैं हमारी सोसाइटी में, ऑफिस में, वर्क प्लेस में एंड ऑल ऑफ दैट. तो उनके साथ जब हम काम करते हैं इसमें, देन ये पहला दिस कैन बी अ वेरी नाइस फर्स्ट माइलस्टोन. बट व्हाट आई वांट टू ऐड इज दैट उस पीसफुल में ना, उस पीस में एक वल्नरेबिलिटी होती है, राइट, व्हिच वी आर नॉट यूज्ड टू. It's almost like उस chaos में आप you're so used to the chaos that you feel that you're protected, you're guarded, you have so many shields around you. Suddenly you're stripped of all of that and then you're vulnerable. You're like, and everybody is not comfortable with vulnerability, right? कि अरे मैं छुपूं कहाँ, अरे शील्ड नहीं है, अरे ये तो मतलब, right? So I think just developing that comfort with vulnerability, just being our raw selves. हाँ ये मैं हूँ, और like this is who I am.
Yes.
I think that is a huge aspect of,
Yes.
befriending that peace that we are talking about.
Being comfortable with that discomfort that you talk of. It's a huge
Yeah.
huge step. Yes.
Yes.
मैं एक बात कहना चाह रहा था मोनिका जी,
हाँ जी
कह सकता हूँ ना?
जी बिल्कुल.
वो जो चेत सके, जो चेत वाली बात है ना, वो बात एक अब यूं समझिए कि जैसे श्री अरविंद ने भी कहा है कि जो स्पिरिचुअल एजुकेशन है, या हमें उस भगवान की तरफ जितनी जल्दी हो जुड़ जाना चाहिए, या उसके बारे में सोचना चाहिए, या उधर वो बनने की कोशिश करना चाहिए. तो एक्चुअली क्या है कि हमारे समाज की एक बहुत बड़ी विडंबना है कि मेजॉरिटी ऑफ द पब्लिक, मतलब क्या कि 99.99% लोग अपने पेरेंट्स जो अपने बच्चों को जब हम अध्यात्म की और इस तरह की बात करते हैं, तो वो उस चीज को समझ नहीं पाते हैं, और ना उन्होंने कभी सोच करी, और पूरा जीवन गुजर जाता है, और वो कहते हैं कि नहीं, इधर रास्ते पे नहीं डालना है. जैसे कि हम लोग यहाँ पे यूथ कैंप वगैरह करते हैं स्कूलों में जाके, तो पहला उनका ये होता है कि साहब यहाँ पे कोई आप धार्मिक चर्चा मत कीजिएगा. तो हम कहते हैं नहीं, हमारी स्पिरिचुअल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है, हम धार्मिक नहीं, मगर फिर भी वो कहते हैं कि नहीं, आप इस तरह की कोई भगवान की बातें, ये चर्चा मत कीजिएगा. तो दुख का विषय यही है कि अभी हम लोगों ने वेलू मेहरा जी की भी एक क्लास ज्वाइन करी थी, 1.5-2 महीने चली थी. तो जो इंडियन स्पिरिचुअलिटी है उसकी तरफ लोग जाना नहीं चाहते, जो इंडियन कल्चर है, सॉरी नॉट स्पिरिचुअलिटी मगर इंडियन कल्चर, जो जिसको कि हमें शुरू से ही बच्चे के पैदा होते ही या जब भी वो होश संभालता है, उसको हमें इस तरह की बात समझाना चाहिए. तो अब करें क्या, जब आज हम जैसे लोग ही आज इस चीज को सुन के राजी नहीं है, करके राजी नहीं, तो बच्चों क्या, मगर हमें वी शुड ट्राई फॉर दिस. क्योंकि हम इतनी जो ये टॉक्स कर रहे हैं, आपसे जो इतना समय निकाल के मिलते हैं, तो हमें कंक्रीट इसका रिजल्ट निकल के आया. हमें इस पे कोशिश करना चाहिए एक समाज के अंदर कि चेत सके तो चेत. जितनी जल्दी वो चेत जाए, उस चीज को समझने लगे, तो अच्छी बात है ये. जैसा मैं फील करता हूँ, और मेरी बेटी के बेटा है तो 10 साल का है, तो हमने पूरी कोशिश की है कि उसको, जब वो 2-3 साल का था, तो हमने उसको स्पिरिचुअलिटी से या श्री माँ से जुड़ने की कोशिश की, और उसको बताया कि बेटे इस तरह से कांस्टेंट कॉलिंग करा करो तुम, और ये सब चीजें हैं. तो वो हमेशा इस चीज को लेके चलता है. तो मतलब डिवाइन प्रेजेंस, जो मेन जो डिवाइन की एक्सेप्टेंस, हम पहले तो यही चीज है ना कि झगड़ा इसी बात का है कि डिवाइन है या नहीं है. तो पहले तो हम उस चीज को एडमिट करें और बच्चों को समझाएं कि ये ऐसे है और ऐसे करना चाहिए. और ऑन द अदर हैंड, मैं 1 मिनट और लूंगा कि मेरे रिलेटिव हैं, बहुत मेरे करीबी हैं, तो वो खुद और वो अपने बच्चों को इस तरह कहते हैं, नहीं, देयर इज नथिंग लाइक दिस, और ये सब बेकार की चीजें हैं और ये नहीं करना चाहिए. तो ठीक है, वो उनके अपने एक्सपीरियंसेस हैं, अपनी लाइन है, उसमें हमें बुरा नहीं मानना चाहिए. तो 2 तरह के फील्ड है इस तरह के. अब इसमें क्या होगा आगे, वो तो सिर्फ अलग चीज है, मगर अगर हम मानते हैं तो हमें उस चीज को समाज के अंदर, अपने घर में, अपने परिवार में इस चीज को लाना चाहिए. क्योंकि सिर्फ एक घंटे के वेबिनार से, या 10 घंटे के वेबिनार से, या 6 महीने लगातार हम वेबिनार अटेंड करें, दैट इज अनदर थिंग, मगर उसको हमने जीवन में उतारना चाहिए, वो चीज मेन है. थैंक यू.
मुझे इस पे एक फूल याद आता है जब आप ये वाली बात करते हैं ना रवि जी, तो मुझे बीइंग अ फ्लावर याद आता है. सो if I am being a flower, how is it possible that the fragrance will not spill out to the atmosphere? तो मुझे लगता है कि हम अगर अपने पर ही जो काम कर रहे हैं, या जो भी कहें इसे, अपने साथ जो समय बिता रहे हैं, उसका जो फर्क है एटमॉस्फेयर पे ना पड़े, चाहे बच्चे हैं चाहे कोई और भी है, एटमॉस्फेयर पे ना पड़े उसका फर्क, ऐसा हो नहीं सकता. तो एक फूल को कोशिश करने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ती कि ये कर लो, हाँ मेरे में खुशबू है, खुशबू ले लो, खुशबू ले लो, खुशबू ले लो. सो मुझे लगता है कि इसमें एक बहुत ही सटल सा, जैसे होता है ना कि एक फूल बस है, उसका होना ही उसके वातावरण के लिए बढ़िया है। और जब जहां आप ये कह रहे हैं कि ऐसे ज्यादा से ज्यादा फूल होने चाहिए, मैं आपका मतलब समझ रही हूँ, तो मुझे लगता है कि ये फोर्स से नहीं हो सकता। हाँ, लेकिन सटल सटल जो आप कह रहे हैं कि जो भी आपको उचित लगता है अपने जीवन में उसको इनकॉर्पोरेट करना, वहां तो बिल्कुल बहुत संभावनाएं हैं, क्योंकि जीवन में कुछ ना कुछ तो हम इनकॉर्पोरेट करते ही हैं, है ना। कुछ ना कुछ तो जीवन में बच्चों के इनकॉर्पोरेट करते ही हैं, तो वो क्या कर रहे हैं। तो वहां मैं समझ रही हूँ आपकी बात, लेकिन मुझे लगता है कि एक बहुत ही सटल, सूक्ष्म, महीन चीज है कि इसमें हो भी गया, आपके होने का फर्क पड़ भी गया और पता भी नहीं लगा। एक फूल है भी, उसकी सुगंध फैल भी गई और पता भी नहीं लगा कि वो था।
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल सही कह रही हैं। अब मैं 100% सहमत हूँ आपसे कि बहुत ज्यादा परेशान होने की जरूरत नहीं है,
परेशान होने
हमें
की जरूरत नहीं। हाँ,
जरूरत नहीं है, मगर हमें कुछ ना कुछ करते रहना चाहिए
जी जी।
और हमारी खुशबू तो फैलेगी। और मैंने अपने फैमिली में, अपने पूरे समाज, जो मेरा सर्किल है, उसमें मैं इस चीज को फील कर रहा हूँ। बिल्कुल सही कह रही हैं आप।
बहुत बढ़िया।
थैंक यू।
Ravi ji, can I add something? I think Ravi ji.
हाँ हाँ बिल्कुल, बताइए गौरव जी।
I just wanted to say, Ravi ji, actually younger generation के लिए I think धर्म और अध्यात्म को अलग अलग रखने की जरूरत है। Particularly for their age, I think more turning them towards a particular religion. More than that, I think particularly turning them towards spirituality, towards knowing their own oneself. I think that is more important, and I think that is the way to ultimately get them through to the dharma.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल।
ठीक है जी, ठीक है।
Yeah. So thank you everyone. Then thanks for joining. And Gaurav ji, if you are interested in attending more sessions, then I can add you on the WhatsApp group, जो हमारा ग्रुप है। यही कबीर वाली सेशन।
Yeah, I would love to do that. Yeah.
ठीक है, I'll add you on the group. Thank you, thanks Aradhana ji. Okay, bye bye everyone. I'll be sharing the recording on the group. Bye bye.
Thank you, Monica.
Thank you.